How to play even flow on guitar. Hey there, this is Chad Garber, and in this video I'm going to show you how to play Pearl Jam's even flow on guitar. There's about 4 parts generally, minus all the solos, and there's 2 different guitars. So here's the first guitar, the first part. Here's the first part of the second guitar. Okay, now the second part is generally the same thing. Then the third part is the other guitar does this. Okay, and then the other part is the outro, and that goes. The other guitars go. And that's the 4 parts. Again, I'll go through the second part. So the first part is basically, first of all, you got to down tune the E to a D. It's going to be. It's the whole grunge thing. So you got to down tune the low E to a D and then tune that and everything. Okay. So the first thing is first thing you do is you actually slide from the 12th fret. You go use your ring finger to slide from the 5th fret to the 7th fret of the low E. This is after you've slid from the 12th fret down. And then what I do is I hit the open A. And then I pick the 3rd fret of the A string. So that's the first time I go, 5th to 7th on the E string, and I pick the open A. I pick on the 3rd fret I pick on the 3rd fret of the A string, and then I do a pull off. And so it pulls off to the open A. Then I also pick the open A one more time. And then I go to the 5th fret of the A string with my ring finger. That might not be how they do it, but I like it. Okay, so then they do do an open D, which is the top string, and you just go from the A, 6th fret of the D, 5th fret of the D, 3rd fret of the D, but it starts out with the open string. And I'm not sure if they do this, but I do it. I hit that low D twice. So. Okay, then what they do is they do this little riff. And all that is going from the A to the E. On the A, it's the 5th fret to the 3rd fret, and then you go to the E, and you go to the 6th fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, and then open D. Then you go back up to the 3rd fret of the E, back to the 5th fret of the E, back to the D. So here's the whole thing again. part. Second part, or the first guitar, or the second guitar on the first part. You basically go from you do the same thing, or you go to the D string instead. And you slide from the 5th fret of the D string to the 7th fret of the D string using your ring finger again. And then you pick on use your pointer finger across the G and the B string on the 5th fret. And then you mute it to do that part. And then you go to use your ring finger and hit the 7th fret of the G and B strings. Such a great song, by the way. And then the second part on that, he goes, that's what kind of makes the song unique, because it's not really a pentatonic scale or anything. I don't know where they get that from. It's just a kind of a minor grungy thing, but it's just different than you would expect to do from that. So that is just, you go from the 6th fret of the D string to the 5th fret of the D string to the 8th fret of the A string to the 5th fret of the A string. It took me a while to get used to that. Okay, and so then the next part is that all you do is you add the 7th fret of the G string, the fret 7, and then 5th of the G string, and then you do that same lick. And I do a pull off. I do a pull off from the 7th to the 5th. Then I pick the rest of them. So I do a pull off from the 7th to the 5th of the G string. Then I pick the rest of them. So here's how it sounds. So then here's what the first guitar does during the verses. Same thing at the beginning. The only thing he does though, he goes, rather than doing, and all that is going from the, doing the open a couple times and going sliding from the 5th to the 7th on the E string. And so he does that twice. So he does this part. I believe he does the open 2 hits on the D on the first time, and the second time he doesn't. He goes. And again, this is just how I play it. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I'm pretty sure it's right, and even if it's wrong, it sounds cool. Then he does that same lick at the end. And then the second part of the second guitar is same thing we start off with, but you don't do just kind of go. And they just open I think what he does is he just hits the A and the D strings open once, and then mutes it after that. Something like that. But then the lick is the same at the end. Okay, so then we get to the chorus, and one guitar does this. And all that is so simple. You fret the D string, the low D, and the A string. You fret the 12, 8, 12, 10. Okay, and then we get to the second guitar on the third part is, all he does is he goes, so you're basically hitting the 7th fret. You're doing the, you can do the D, G, and B, just cover all those up on the 7th fret. And then you're gonna hit the 5th fret of the D, of the G string, 5th and then 3rd. You hit it 3 times or something like that. Then you go back to the 7th fret. You just this time you just hit the G and the B, and you stop at the 5th fret this time on the G string and hit that 3 times. So it sounds like this. And the last time he goes, the same thing, the 3rd, and then you add this. You're basically going to the B string and you're bending the 5th fret half a step and pulling off to go back to the 3rd fret of the B string. And then he goes. And all that is he's going to the 7th fret of the B string, 7th fret of the G string, 5th fret of the G string. And the whole part is. So that's the chorus, and then the last part is all this is just you're on the D, low D open. You're just going to go, you're going to start on the 10th fret of the D string. You're going to go 10th, 11th, 12th. The 10th 5 times of the low D string. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to go on the 6th one. You're going to go to the 10th or 11th fret, and then on the 7th, and then on the 7th one you go to the 12th fret. And then you go back to the D. You go 1, 2, 3, 4. After that you go 1, 2, 3, 4. And you end on that one, you hit the 12th in the first guitar. You put your fingers over the 12th fret of the E, A, E and A. You can hit D if you want. The other guitar does the same thing, except for instead of going here, he goes here. Instead of hitting that 12th fret, he goes to the 10th fret on the G and the B, or the D, G, and the B. And there's some solo stuff in there as well. And so, also if you want to do solos, you can do it in the D pentatonic position. But remember, when you're down tuned, you can't use the low E the same. And so that's pretty much the lesson. If you like these videos, go ahead and subscribe, and then you'll be able to get notifications every time I upload a new video. And I'll be doing at least one guitar lesson a week. And so thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.